Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you may be chiming in from around the world. My name is Rhonda Wise, and I am coming to you from Detroit, Michigan. I am so excited to have each and every one of you here on the line tonight. I have some exciting information we want to share with you. Ladies and gentlemen, if you were invited to this presentation, it is because you or someone you know may be affected financially by our current situation. Just like some of you, I'm one of those people. Here in Detroit, a company I work for called FCA, which is a part of a Chrysler, we've been on shutdown since March 16th. And it brought about a lot of conversation and questions about what is my plan B. But if you're like me and you have questions like me, here tonight, I have a very special guest on the line, and she's here. She's going to answer those questions for us tonight. It is my privilege to introduce to you a young lady who had similar experiences financially back during the recession. And quite like some of us, we're part of that 17 or 19 million people who recently had to file for unemployment. And even in the midst of all that, back then during that recession, she was able to position herself with a company in the initial stages of voice over internet protocol. And because of that, she was awarded a company car and a six-figure income. In her next project, she positioned herself at the end of a huge project in the world of travel. And during this time, she was able to amass dozens and dozens of $1,000 bonuses, and she earned thousands and thousands of dollars in overrides. She also positioned herself to earn 4 10K plus bonuses. And what is the plus? Ladies and gentlemen, that means she earned more and more overrides. In addition to that, she was able to earn a $50,000 challenge, which houses the coveted $25,000 bonus. And get this, she also mentored 2 other people in her company who has also achieved that $50,000 challenge as well. This young lady also wears a Wealth Builder's ring, which is only worn by about a dozen people in our company. And this ring signifies that she's earned anywhere from between $100,000 and a penny shy of $250,000. Ladies and gentlemen, this young lady, she was sitting right where we are, right where you are, listening to a presentation just 2.5 short years ago. And she proves time and time again that it can be done. And tonight, she's taken some time out of her busy schedule. She's here to answer some questions and to give us some important information about that plan B. Well, with no further ado, I want to bring to the line someone I have tremendous amount of respect for. She's my mentor, she's my coach, and she's my friend, and so much more. And I love her so very dearly. She is the one, the only Coach JP, Miss Janice Parker. Are you on the line, Coach?
Wonderful job, Miss Rhonda. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Always. I can't say you're Johnny on the spot, so I guess you're always Jane on the spot, but great job as usual. Champion, she's saying those accolades, but what she did not tell you is that she is a team builder and a rising regional builder in our company. Now, my mentor, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about his journey before I introduce him in a few minutes, but this particular young man, you know what, he's one of those people also who has overcome adversity with business, and we kind of have a similar background. But the interesting thing is that he's going to tell you about the compensation. Rhonda is one of those people earning 5 $1,000 bonuses to become a regional builder. So we just want to say thank you so very much, Rhonda, for introducing us. Champions, I'm excited tonight because I do have my personal mentor on, and you know what? My mentor is one of those people that understands and knows. You know, when you can meet people anywhere, and I actually met him on a Fitbit app. Now, I didn't quite know he was prospecting me. Right? I did not know he was prospecting me, but he was, and he did a great job. And I'm glad I listened to him because he stepped up right at the time where I absolutely needed it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you a little bit about what we do, like what our product line is. But I want you to put your business caps on for just a second, because what we're doing, family, is our product line is actually travel. Now, some people say, well, what in the world? How are you going to be doing travel right now? Nobody's traveling. Well, 2 things. One, we know it's going to explode when life goes back to something that is remotely normal. But number two, think about it. Businesses are staying open, those that can. And quite like Chipotle, when I go in there, they've got the dining section roped off. They have chairs on top of the tables, and there's do not enter. So while they're still doing business, they had to pivot a little bit. They had to set the diners on the side, right? You can get takeout, you can do Grubhub or whatever the case may be. You just can't eat in. Well, quite like them, we just had to pivot. And so while we offer travel, and I'm going to tell you what you're going to own, my mentor is going to show you how you're going to earn significant income, you know, in the business side of what we do. Is that fair enough? Now, I'm going to talk to you about money, but I want to just give you a quick disclosure. Listen, my grandmother used to say, you know, you can't just talk the talk, you got to walk the walk, right? So in our business, if you're going to earn income, you are going to need to do some work. So if you got on there tonight and you're looking for something that's kind of like get rich quick, no. But it is get wealthy for sure. But one of the things that I do love about our platform is this, is that the mentorship and the income is bar none some of the best. Now, grandmother used to have a saying. She used to say to increase your wealth. No, she didn't say it that way. She used to say, God bless the child that has his own. Warren Buffett, multi-billionaire, interestingly enough, made the bulk of his billions after he was 50 years old. Warren Buffett says it this way. He says, to increase your wealth, you must start a business, but it cannot be just any business. Does that make sense, family? We have to do something that people are going to want to do. Now, he says things that you like to do, make them a hobby of yours, but things that the world does, you want to make that a business of yours. Now, what is the world doing? The world is going to travel. Now, travel has come through everything, whether it was recession or depression or mortgage collapses or, you know, even in 2008 when I lost my company, travel grew by over 400%. Matter of fact, in 2018, these are numbers for 2 years ago, travel came in at an $8.3 trillion total for the year. Now, we estimated that 19 was probably around 9.1, and it was projected that by 2020, travel would be somewhere around 12 trillion. Well, family, that's $947 million per hour. So in the time that we're going to be together, or a little bit less than the time we're going to be together, $900 million. So it's as a matter of fact, they put it this way. They said travel is 700% bigger than Microsoft, eBay, Google, and Apple all combined in annual revenue multiplied by 700%. They're still not as big as travel is. But what is interesting is that as big as travel is, before this event that we're going through right now around the world, people were leaving their vacation days on the table. In 2018, it is said that somewhere between 40 and 50% of Americans left their vacation days on the table and went to work instead of taking the opportunity to connect with family and friends, to recharge, to experience new cultures, to make memories. Family, the thing that we're going to count on the most are those memories, that time together that we get to spend. It even improves mental and physical health, but don't just take our word for it. According to the Journal of American Medical Association, traveling and one 8-day, 7-night vacation can reduce the risk of heart disease by 32%. How many of you out there right now cannot wait to get out of the house and go somewhere, even if you drive, a state over, right? Reduce heart disease by a third, increase marital satisfaction. Now, my mentor tells me that is a very true statement. The other thing it contributes to is higher positive emotional levels. I kind of picture it like those endorphins as like smiley faces, like the emojis that we have on our phone, like the smiley face emojis. It gives you more of that, less depression. One of the things that hits me really, really hard is, our children. Why are our children depressed? Well, family, think about it. If parents are going to work and not taking annual vacations, there's very little for a lot of times for the family to discuss, right? Children are off to themselves, parents are off to themselves. Think about if you had an 8-day vacation every year, and little Johnny's planning one vacation, and little Susie's planning another vacation, and the family's got something to talk about and look forward to. I mean, I can imagine that it does reduce, blood pressure, and I like that smaller waistline part, so I need to leave soon. Here's the thing, lower stress and even boost your immune system, not just for the the anticipation or the event itself, but even beyond that, up to 10 months. And that means you stand a better chance of getting a raise or a bonus because, again, those endorphins, those emojis are really, really excited running around in your head. But why? Why do people skip vacations? Well, one of the reasons that we ran into, champions, was it was cost. Well, in 2015, when my mentor reached out to me, which I'll tell you that story in a minute. But in 2015, these three gentlemen that had weathered storms like these before, they'd weathered, a recession. They'd weathered a breakdown in business. But in 2015, they decided, listen, we're going to correct this problem. We've created millionaires. We've created billions in dollars in sales. Why don't we come together? And what Scott, Coach, and Chris did was they put together a platform that is responsible for over $3 billion in travel sales. Family, that means they paid $250 million to us in the field. What piece of that would be a blessing to you right now? Not to mention, and you heard Rhonda talk about those $1,000 bonuses, family. They paid out over 50,000 of those. You heard me say Rhonda's earning 5 of those to become a regional builder. That takes that number well over yes, because we have people now that are getting $1,000 bonuses. Shout out to Stacey Prather, just received a new $1,000 bonus. 500 of the $10,000 bonuses. Now, what I love about these two items right here, family, the beautiful thing that I love about these two items is that they are unlimited, which means you can earn as many of them as you want, right? You can earn as many of them as you want based on how hard you want to work. So when Coach goes into that, when Coach Vaughn goes into this, I want you to pay attention because what Rhonda said is so true. She's one of my friends that's affected financially by COVID. I've got dozens of friends affected in one way or another physically by COVID. We recognize that if 18 million people have filed for unemployment, there are 18 million people out there that need a plan B, and they're just like Rhonda. They're wondering, what am I going to do? They're just like me. Let me tell you my story. I was one of those people, owned and operated a traditional business. Thought I had what's Mama used to say, the bull by the horns? Thought I had the bull by the horns, family. Listen, I remember her saying, don't put all your eggs in one basket. I was a kid. What does that mean? Well, family, my business partner and I, we've gone from $500,000 a year in sales in 99, and we've gotten up to $21 million annually in sales. He's a big six-figure earner. I'm a little six-figure earner. We both have very nice homes on the water, and we thought we were doing great. Bank loaned us $2.5 million in credit to buy cars. We spent $750,000 from October of 08 till not 08. October of 05 to June of 08, expecting that a bank was going to take us from 2.5 to 4 million once we expanded our location. Child, we expanded the location June 28th of 08, 11 a.m. New South Federal Bank, Savings Bank, their vice president was due to come in, and we were to sign off on another 1.5 million. The recession had just hit. They were heavy in mortgages, right? Not the good ones, like interest only. They had to file Chapter 11 bankruptcy. Well, that means the 2.5 million that they loaned us, we had to get back to them, and we only had 60 days to do it. Family, we went from sugar, literally, from sugar to sugar honey iced tea overnight, literally overnight. I'm talking about we had to close the dealership. We couldn't clear a $500 check the day we called DMV. We had to close the dealership. We began to roll backwards. He lost his house. I lost mine. We didn't have cars. We were borrowing cars, lost credit cards and bank accounts and cell phone accounts. And when I tell you everything, I mean everything. So I remember sitting where a lot of people are sitting wondering, what in the world? I am in my 40s. Am I really going to have to start over, like literally start over? And that's when this particular industry, what I'm sharing with you, somebody shared with me, and we're here to help you because I understand where you are. I understand that feeling if you're one of those people. Now, what if you're one of those people, like I've got a girlfriend named Patrice, they've been working from home for a minute, right? She's been working from home for a minute. So her thing is, I want to help the people that I know that don't have this same opportunity. So those $1,000 bonuses are real. They deposit and they are a blessing. Listen, and my mentor is one of these. There are over $100 million earners in our platform. And this was before we created discounted travel. See, our goal was very simple. when we launched this campaign, what we wanted to do, we said we wanted to heal nations with vacations. That's what we said we wanted to do. We did not know that we were going to need to heal nations financially first. And we're excited to do that. Listen, when this thing opens back up, you're going to have an opportunity to own something called a vortex. What it is a URL. It's your own very personal URL. You can go to GoDaddy and get whatever domain name it is that you want. But people will have free access to your website. They can book the same hotels, cruises, and car rentals that they will book on Expedia, Priceline, or Travelocity, but they're going to save money. Whatever they save, you get 60% of that, and you don't have to be awake to do it. So we're going to show you how to not only create some extra income, but create income where you don't have, you're making money even if you're not around. So let me give you an example of how it would work. Somebody booked 8 days, 7 nights to Disney. They saw it was $1,600 in Expedia, $1,100 on your site. They saved $474. We're going to send you $284. Not a bad life. And you had no idea they were going on vacation. In addition to that, let's just look at New York. $1,100 on Expedia, $800 on the Vortex, $374 is their savings, your check $224. Now, I had somebody ask me, well, Coach JP, you're saying that $1,337 is what it costs, right? $1,337 is what it costs on Expedia. How is it that your company has something called a vortex where they can see prices that Expedia can't see? Well, here's the secret. Expedia can see them. Expedia just chooses not to give you that price. See, everybody, they have the same access to the same information that we do. They just choose not to. Well, what if on your vortex, right, you earn $6,000? Like if we showed you how to create an extra $6,000 just part-time, thinking about just all the people that you know, listen, between the people you have on social media and family and friends and people that you may go to church with or be in a sorority with or a fraternity with or your children know, your family, your in-laws, your outlaws, if 200 hotel nights were booked on your site in one calendar year, right? And each night saved them $50, not $300, not $700, just $50, right? Listen, that's just 30% of the people you know on social media. If you only have 338 friends, you just earned $6,000 and you didn't lift a finger, right? You can share your link from your back office. You can send it straight from your cell phone. You can hand it out to people on a business card. It doesn't matter. You don't have to be around. And what the company does for you, right? They drip on the customers for you. That's not even something you have to do. Pretty powerful. But here's what a lot of my champions like Leslie and Rhonda, this is what they're doing. People are not booking travel right now, is what we think. Because Leslie and Rhonda and Patrice, right, they have a trip already booked to Bali for 2021. They're in the back office getting their travel certifications, taking the travel trainings with the vendors, getting all of their training done right from home because you're going to be able to become a travel agent right from home. And listen, they are having people pay for trips that are going to be happening next year. So remember I told you, just like Chipotle has the tables, the chairs on top of the tables, right? That kind of section is kind of closed. Our section is kind of closed, but it's also kind of open because one of the things that's going to explode when this is over, people are going to want to go somewhere, even if it's locally, even if it's close. And because of that, we have an ownership package that this is just a perk. This has nothing to do with your customers. Being a travel agent and sharing that link does, but this is just for you. And what this is, we call it our top travel owner package. It gives you bigger discounts, free vacations. And listen, you'll actually earn reward credits when those customers travel on your URL. They book from your URL. You'll earn reward credits. And guess what? You'll earn reward credits when you use your membership. Now, let me tell you what happened with Charlize. Charlize booked her family reunion with that vortex. People booked on her link for the cruise. She ended up with over 180,000 reward credits, plus other customers in her own personal use. When we went to Brazil in October of 18, she flew round trip. She and her husband for free. She only paid $33 her fees, round trip, for $33 because her reward credits paid for everything else. So let me show you how much more significantly your savings are because you're one of us, okay? We're your CEO with us. Las Vegas, $1,300 for 4 bedrooms. You save $927. BORA, me and Tanisha, our favorite spot. Guys, have you ever seen it? The over-the-water bungalow is totally private, no windows, no doors. Expedia has over $6,700, and then you have to add taxes, and then you have to add fees. Our price is $3,200 less, including taxes and including fees, because you own that top ownership package. Alaskan Cruise, where it will cost $4,700 on Expedia, our price is $1,100 less. See, in addition to that, those reward credits, every time your customers travel, every time you travel, they're adding up. And one day you'll be able to do the exact same thing that Charlize was able to do. See, we think it just makes sense, but it begins with you. Now, our goal, healing nations with vacations. And we believe that if, you know how like they say at church, before you do clean up somebody else's house or talk about somebody else's house, you need to clean up your house, right? Well, we think it starts with you and us. As CEOs of our company, when you join our cause every single year, we're going to make sure that you take an 8-day, 7-night vacation wherever you want to. Well, Coach, what if I'm not comfortable traveling in 2021? It's okay. Register your vacation, right? And you can take it in 2022. Well, Coach, do I have to go overseas? No, there are just as many great locations here in America as there are overseas. And guess what? You don't even have to have permissions or customers to receive this, just being a CEO every 12 months, which also qualifies you for tax benefits as well. So here's the thing, family. There are places that you're going to be able to travel all over the world. We cannot wait until we can pick some of those. But in the meantime, there are people right now that need to earn some significant income. Now, if it makes sense that when we, like Chipotle, when they open back up to diners, see, about the time that we're opening back up to travel, but in the meantime, what we understand is you can study and learn and get those customers and line that stuff up. But for that, the people that need to earn some significant right now income, like that you really need to do some things right now. The beautiful thing about it is you can literally start your business right now, $499 and then $99 a month. Patrice says, listen, by the time you add your SBA and your monthly fee for your package, you know, you're at about $4 a day to run a company. Now, y'all know that to run a company where you can earn unlimited $1,000 bonuses is pretty cool. Well, here's what our company said. Chris and Scott said this, that $99, we don't want that to be a burden to anyone. Because now I was in a company, and one of my guests that's on the line right now, we were in a company where people were paying $150, $160, $200 to say something called qualified. Here's $99. But here's the beautiful thing. They're saying don't even worry about paying that for anybody that enrolls this month, right? In April, they're waiving the $99 for May. They're waiving it for June. Now, your first monthly payment would be for your business would be in July. Why? Because we care. We want to help you help somebody else, because what we realize is this. Listen, that 18 million people that Rhonda told you about that filed for unemployment, right? A lot of them are in your phone. And we want to be in a position to help them. And this is what the company said. If life is not back to some form of normalcy by July, we may reevaluate and push it out another month. They even said this, you get started this month, they're having a drawing every Friday for the next 2 weeks. If your name is drawn, you won't make a monthly payment for a year. See, our company has a heart for people. Now, I want to ask you a question as I turn this over to my mentor. If we shared with 10 people on your behalf any of the 4 pieces we just talked about, how many do you would think would be interested? Well, I'm going to tell you my story real quick, and I'm going to bring on my amazing mentor because he has the patience of Job. Listen, Jerry, I had gone through so much, you know, with our prior company, and then I tried another company, and then this other company. In the meantime, what's crazy is before I left our last company, Jerry, Von Nickleberry had come to me and said, hey, Janice, you need to check this out. I looked at it. I'm like, I'm just going to go do my thing over here. So Von's real cool. Every now and then he's texting me. He's on Fitbit. How many steps did you do? So we're developing this relationship. Well, I fly into Detroit with this other company that was an absolute mess. Fortunately, he was there. He picked me up. I saved $150 on Uber. But at any rate, my point is this. I said no to this opportunity for 16 months. 16 months. In the meantime, he had another young lady that he recruited that by the time I finally said yes, Von, she'd earned a car and 6 figures. That's bananas. Well, I finally got my head on straight, man. And what I love about Von is he's not a pushy guy. He'll tell you, I'm not that guy. I can't be all up in your face, but I can slow drip you from now on. He is a seven-figure earner in this company family. So he's earned a lot of money, but he doesn't care about that. Like when I introduce him and I tell you that he's a superstar in basketball, he's a mega superstar here, and he doesn't like it. He want me to tell you that I'm a dad and I love my son to life, and I am a husband and the best husband I can be, and I love my wife to life. And they've got a pretty cute dog too. But family, he is a beast in this industry. He can say all that stuff he wants, and he found this industry when he had just, I think it was a business coach, right? Yeah. You had like a janitorial company and some stuff went south, right?
I had a janitorial business where we were cleaning toilets.
So I'm not going to keep embarrassing. He gets embarrassing when I think his accolades, but he's a beast. He's a beast.
I was cleaning toilets. That's what we were doing.
You were cleaning toilets. And now you have more directors on your team than any other director. Please help me formally welcome to the presentation my mentor, Mr. Von Nickleberry.
Hey, how's everybody doing? First of all, I want to say, Rhonda, you did an excellent job. Coach JP, it's awesome as usual. And so I know that, you know, we started at, what time did we start? 9:30? We started maybe at 9:30, and you did an awesome job. So I want to commend you. And I said when we met, I said, you know what? Out of the people in that circle that you were hanging out with, I said, you know what? The networker is you, and I truly believe that. Well, listen, you guys, I know we talked about travel, and I do have to lay a foundation, okay? And the foundation I want to lay is, how do you sell something to where some people are afraid? And you might be sitting here saying to yourself, well, I don't know if I should do this, right? People aren't traveling, okay? I get that, but I want you to rewind 12 months. If I would have literally told you 12 months ago that, hey, look, you know what? You need to develop a plan B. And the reason you need to develop a plan B, because 12 months from now, there's going to be this pandemic that sweeps across the United States, and you need to develop some residual income. Knowing all of that, would you have said yes back then? 12 months ago, knowing that today was going to be today, would you have said yes? You know what? See, I know you're like, you know what? I never even thought about it that way. And so what we're sharing with you now, I want you to fast forward 12 months from now. Okay, remember I had you rewind 12 months and we told you there was going to be a pandemic, and we told you that there was a way that you can develop some residual income. And you went out there, you got a few customers. You made a little bit of money in travel. Okay, and you got closer to your free 7-day vacation. Now think about this. What if we would have just showed you how to get involved 12 months ago and not just make money selling travel, but now to begin to build your residual income? I always tell people, residual income is the 8th wonder of the world. I want you to repeat after me. Say, residual income is the 8th wonder of the world. You know what? We want to get you off to a fast start. And so what you literally have to do, you might say, is this sales? Yes, it is literally sales, but it's sales that is going to be worthwhile. It's sales that you're going to get paid for. It's not the sale that when you walk into a club and you go up to somebody and you try to sell yourself on somebody and say, hey, let me buy you a drink. See, you're going to get paid financially for this sale. See, it's not like that sale when you recommend a movie to somebody, they say, you know what, I went to see that movie based on what you told me. And the theater got paid and you didn't. See, this is a sale. Every time you make a sale of our top or our top package, you're going to make an initial $30. Now, you're saying that's all? No, it's not all, because you're going to have $142.84 that's going to go in a deferred business account. Now, remember, rewind 12 months and say, hey, you know what? I found a way to make some residual income. And what would have happened if we not only made one sale, but we made 2 sales? Not only did we make 2 sales, but we made 3 sales. You know what would have happened? You would have initially made $90. You would have how much in your deferred business account? Well, let's see, $428.52. Now, you aren't going to get paid that. That's going to go right there in that deferred account. And guess what? Your residual would have been $30. So what that literally means is you would have gotten paid $30 every month up until 12 months later. Okay, think about that for a moment. Well, we want to get you off to a fast start. See, when you make your first 3 sales, that's your fast start team. So you made what, $90 initially. You got your residual income is $30. You might say $30, that's not anything. Well, you know what? What's your residual right now? Do you have any? Let's say you've been working a job for the last 20 years. What's your residual? Let's say you've been working a job for the last 10 years. What's your residual? So remember 12 months ago, you got involved, decided to go to work. Your residual is already $30. And you've been working for what, 20 years and you don't have any residual income coming in? See, that's why we say, hey, look, sometimes you might want to make your plan B your plan A. Now, as you build your team builder group, right, look what's happened. You get an additional $20, right? So now let's do the math. I personally sold 7 sales. In my fast start team, I made $90. In my team builder group, I made $200, right? Because 50 plus 50 plus 50 plus 50 is 200. Now my residual in my team builder group is $48. Think about that. Remember the fast start team, it was 30. Now in your team builder group, it's 48. And that deferred bonus is $571.36. And guess what happened? Every 7 sales in your team builder group is going to be $1,000. But every 7 personal sales is still going to be $1,000. So you know what you would have earned? Think about this. You would have had $1,290. That is your very own stimulus check. Think about it, right? The government is sending certain people $1,000 or $1,200. Okay, and it's just one time. Now you got monthly residual that is $78 a month. Well, Vaughn, people aren't traveling. Rewind 12 months from now. Or remember 12 months ago, that like in the past, and we would have told you that this was going to happen, would you have said yes to our opportunity? See, I know you would. Well, fast forward 12 months from now, and your monthly residual, $78 a month. What if it's more? And your earnings in just your first week could be $1,290. You could literally earn what people are waiting on. Do you know that the servers shut down when they had to get my payment with the IRS.gov, and people want to see when their stimulus check or check the status, and just the anger of people who got that one status that said payment status. We can't determine, what was it? We can't determine your eligibility at this particular moment. And people just got upset. You guys, we want to show you how you could put yourself in a position to win. And it doesn't stop there, because every time your team builder groups grows by 7, we're going to pay you $20 per sale. Doesn't make a difference whether you make that sale or somebody else make that sale. As long as that sale is your team builder group, $20. And every 7, that is $1,000 check. Now I want you to ask yourself this question. How would $1,000 change my life right now? Well, Vaughn, people aren't traveling. You know what? There's people online investing $100 thinking they're going to get $800. That guy, Mr. Loon, made close to $10 million on a scam. See, because people are saying to themselves, hey, what's going to happen in the event I lose my job? The great thing I love about what we're doing is this isn't a scam. If you make the sale, you're going to get paid. If your team members make the sale, they're going to get paid. So again, ask yourself this question. How would an extra $1,000 change my life? Now let's add these $1,000 onto the side. I think we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then the 9 that we have over here, guess what? I want to show you, you literally can get a $10,000 check if your team builder group grows by 100. And those 100 people are still active. See, your total compensation then is up to $26,000. Remember 12 months ago? If we would have told you what was going to happen, would have happened, you would have got involved. How would an extra $26,000 right now change your life on a part-time basis? And your residual income would have been pretty significant. See, now if you say yes, or let me put it this way, when you say yes, and you earn that $10,000 in your first 100 days, you're going to get an additional $25,000 bonus. Well, Vaughn, I understand people aren't traveling. Well, let me tell you what people are doing. People are looking at their deals right now. As a matter of fact, I just saw a deal to Cancun, round trip, like $82. Think about that. $82 round trip. Man, when we get off, I'm gonna book it. I'll book it maybe 60 to 90 days from now. But then I got a son, and then I have a wife. Man, so you may not think people aren't traveling. You're right, they aren't. But you know what they are doing? Man, they're looking at great travel deals. And we have something where we can help those people not only travel the world, but also make money and develop some residual income. So there are several ways to get paid. You know, there's something out there that says, hey, you need to have 8 streams of income. Well, just in our business alone, you have over 8 ways to get paid. It could be the personal compensation. It could be the 100% match. Now, let me say this. You aren't going to get all of this in one setting. I don't want you to stress out and say, I need more information. See, because 12 months ago, all some of us needed to know was this. There was going to be a pandemic. You're going to have 22 million people file for unemployment and just not know where their next dime was coming from. See, I could have just told you that, and you would have said, I'm in. See, you guys, I know you want to understand everything about what you see. You just got to ask yourself a few questions. Do I love to travel? Would I want to make money doing something I love to do, while at the same time lowering my taxable income, helping other people save money as well, and sharing a great opportunity with somebody else? Hey, I can't do a presentation like Coach JP or you. That's okay. I can't introduce like Rhonda. That's okay. You get them on the presentation, and guess what we'll do? We'll do it for you. See, we have those team builder groups, payouts, and the infinity overrides, and the residual income, which I absolutely love. Now, if you don't hear anything else, this is a director program unlike anything, right? This is where we're going to talk about the toys. Now, why would we talk about the toys well, we'll talk about the toys and we'll see how we do from there, okay? You could become a director in our company. We're going to give you an extra $1,000. How would an extra $1,000 right now, on top of the other compensation that we talked about, how would that change your situation right now? See, I knew you were going to say yes. We were going to give you that director blazer so you can wear it to the, you can wear it to the gas station. You can wear it when you're working out from home, make you feel like a director in our company. And you're going to start not only getting, right, the residual from all that other money, but now you're going to get a $2 director residual bonus. Then as you move up the ladder, guess what we're going to do? You're going to get a Dodge Charger or a Dodge Challenger. Your monthly director bonus is still that $1,000, right? Every director bonus is $1,000, but you're going to get more money for every person that's on your director team. I love it. Not just on your director team, but the other director team too. Now, let me say something about the Dodge Charger and the Challenger. The company pays for it. You might be saying, well, I had good credit up until now. Man, you don't understand, Vaughn, I have no income coming in. Well, guess what? The company is going to put the car on the company's credit card. You sign and drive it, and they pay the insurance. So right there, you're saving money because you don't have a car note. You don't have an insurance note. And they give you money to drive the car. I love it. Here we go, right? You become level 3. Guess what? You got to trade your car in. And then you get the Mercedes CLA 45 AMG. You get to pick whichever one you want. And guess what they do? They pay the insurance and they pay the car note. It's not even in your name. It's literally sign and drive. Now, level 4 director, presidential Rolex watch. Man, Vaughn, you don't understand. What can I do with that in today's time? Well, let me tell you something that I remember when I bought my Breitling and my Rolex. And man, the economy took a turn. It's like, what would you do with a toy? Do you know I literally was able to take my Rolex in and I sold it? And they gave me about 87%, no, 92%. I take that 92% because I took good care of it. 92% of what it was worth. Think about that. Now, again, I'm not trading this one in, right? But you see the idea. That's just something that you can have just in case. You get the dream vacation or the boat and then the monthly director bonus. And then you can move up, right? Now, you don't have to trade the car in. You get to keep the other cars. But guess what? Here, You get to choose. Now, I want to ask you a question. I know you're worried about putting food on the table. That's a significant, right? Maybe how you're going to pay your bills. That's significant. And so this may seem insignificant right now, but man, how would you feel just, I'm sorry. I've been here before. I've been stressed out. And then you know what? That takes a lot to get me stressed out, right? But when I get stressed, I'd like to get in my car and I just like to drive. Do you know what type of stress I could release in a drop top Bentley? Just listen to whether it's my gospel music or if I'm feeling a little rough around the edges, it could be my Tupac and Me Against the World, right? See, these things just give you more options. Okay. Now, level 6, $1 million cash bonus. Well, Vaughn, I'll never get there. You exactly right. You'll never get there. But for the person that says, oh, I want it, right? I was looking at the Michael Jordan Last Dance documentary, and the thing that amazed me, he said, oh, I'm going to be the greatest basketball player. Or whether it's Muhammad Ali, oh, I'm going to be the greatest boxer. Or there's Tiger Woods, I'm going to be the greatest golfer. See, you guys, you determine how great you want to be. Well, the other thing I love about it is that you literally get to determine how much money you want to make. Well, so look, if you lost your home, don't worry about it. $1 million vacation home. Ooh, I'll take it. Or you can have the yacht or the motor coach. You know which one I want? Now, I want you to choose right now. Which one would you like? Let's just live in our dream world that could really become our reality. Which one would you want? You know what? I want the motor coach. I just want to drive from one side of the United States to the other side of the United States at my own pace, and I don't even have to rent a hotel. I have a home on wheels. You guys, this is living. You can become a level 8 director where you can get a $1.2 million yearly bonus. Well, we know and believe that Surge 365 is the perfect business. We have a business that is open 24 hours, 7 days a week, a proven success system, a system where you're the boss. You don't have to worry about getting fired. You know why? Because the only person who could fire you is yourself. Think about that. Touch 365 app to help you market and grow your business. There's unlimited income potential. Hey, is that one of them pyramid deals? Well, you know what? It's not like the illegal one. As a matter of fact, pyramids are illegal, right? It's not like you invest $100, you're going to get 800. No, that's a scam. See, this is going to take hard work, commitment, dedication, sweat, sacrifice, and strong belief. And we have Brain Tap. That's going to be your virtual coach. That's going to give you tips sent right to your cell phone on how to grow and build your business. You have multiple income streams inside one company. No experience necessary. You don't have to know everything. You just have to want more than what you currently have. We're going to give you the TaxBot expense tracking app. That's going to help you from a tax standpoint in terms of tracking your expenses. And not just our Winners Win virtual training, but all of our training. And you get all of that for $20 a month. So when you really look at it, our package price is $120 per month. Vaughn, you don't understand. I don't have it. Well, what if we would have shared this with you 12 months ago and told you everything was going to take place that took place today, and you could develop the residual income that was at least $300 a month? Would you have made that investment? See, I know you would. See, that's why it's so important to get started today. You might be saying to yourself, I don't know if I can do it. Remember, I got to hit the rewind button 12 months ago. We can't change that. But what we literally can do is we could change our future. And so the question I want to know from you is, are you ready to change it with us? Rhonda, I want to say thank you so very much. Coach JP, I want to say thank you so very much. And like I always do, I want to turn it right back over to you. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Are you muted? You have no sound.
Is that better?
Yes, that's better.
Can you hear me? All right, wonderful, wonderful.
You forgot. You thought I forgot how to do a presentation, did you? Wow.
Listen, I love that. What if this was 12 months ago? That is stolen.
Well, but you know what? But it's not just 12 months. But
Right.
it's 12 months and behind. But let's look 12 months from now.
From now.
See, because
Right.
12 months ago is 12 months is going to come 12 months from now.
It's coming.
And
Right.
so those people will say, hey, man, what should I have done different? And see, so right now could have been your 12 months rewind button.
Yeah.
Don't wait 12 months down the road, because that's 2 years who's passed. The 12 months that we missed, and then the 12 months that we said no to, that's 24 months. That's 2 years. And we could have done something to where we literally changed our financial situation, but we got to do it today. So I want to look in that camera and say, you need to get back to the person who got you on this call, and you need to make a decision today, not knowing the future, but saying, I need my plan B to be my plan A. Coach JP, take it away.
Awesome, awesome. Well, champions, this is a beautiful, exciting occasion with us locking arms. Listen, what I love to do, if you're a guest on the line, if you have a question, you can put that question in the chat, and Vaughn, my mentor, has the opportunity to answer that question if you have a question. If not, certainly get back with the person that invited you to this webinar. Listen, we are excited about what's happening. We're excited about being able to literally be in a position, Coach, that, you know, people, you and I can now help people like you helped me. You know what I mean? So he helped me pull myself up by my bootstraps, family, and we're just here wanting to do the same thing for you. And again, if you're doing okay, that's fantastic. But there are people, my coach just said 22 million people file for unemployment. You cannot say I'm okay and then leave out there people who are not okay. So if it's not great for you, at least make sure that you reach out to somebody else who may need that, because you just don't know. And as my grandma used to say, if your brother and sister are not good, you're not good. Listen, family, I love each and every one of you. Grandma would close it out, Coach, saying this. She would say, listen, there's no time like the present. Don't wait till tomorrow or push off till tomorrow what you need to get done today. Again, my pleasure. Thank you so much, Coach. Great job, Rhonda. This particular webinar is officially over. Thank you, Karen said it was a great presentation. Great job, Rhonda. Love each and every one of you, family. We'll talk to you very, very soon. Goodbye.